The GOAT. John Jones. Is he really the GOAT, though? John Jones. The name echoes through the halls of the UFC, a fighter whose legacy is as complex as it is impressive. Light heavyweight GOAT? Maybe. Kinda. He's certainly made a case for it with his numerous title defenses and dominant performances. He's got the resume, I'll give him that. Multiple-time champion, countless victories, and a highlight reel that could go on for days. But something about those picograms always makes me scratch my head, you know. The controversies, the suspensions, they all cast a shadow over his achievements. It's like, you're this dominant force and you gotta mess with the sauce? Come on, man. It's a narrative that keeps fans and critics alike divided. Anyway, Jones is back and he's finally decided to bulk up and test the waters at heavyweight. A new chapter in his storied career. Big shoes to fill, literally. The heavyweight division is no joke, and it's a whole different ballgame compared to light heavyweight. Now Jones is facing a new breed of heavyweight. These aren't the lumbering giants of yesteryear. Gone are the days of slow, plodding giants. The division has evolved, and so have the fighters. These young bucks are fast, powerful, and hungry. They're bringing a new level of athleticism and skill to the table, and none more so than the man who's been calling Jones out, Tom Aspinall. Aspinall represents the new wave of heavyweights, combining speed, power, and technique. Aspinall has been making waves in the division, and his call-outs to Jones have only added fuel to the fire. It's a matchup that fans are eagerly anticipating. So, is John Jones really the GOAT? It's a question that might never have a definitive answer. But one thing's for sure, his journey at heavyweight will be a crucial chapter in his legacy. Whether he succeeds or fails, it will be a spectacle to behold. The stakes are higher than ever, and the world will be watching, so buckle up, because the ride is far from over. John Jones's quest for greatness continues, and it's going to be one hell of a journey. Enter the cage Tom Aspinall, the British heavyweight hope. A name that has been echoing through the halls of the UFC, a name that has been making waves in the heavyweight division. Tom Aspinall is a different animal. His training regimen is intense, his focus unwavering. Day in and day out, he pushes himself to the limit, honing his skills, perfecting his craft. He's got the size, he's got the power, but most importantly, he's got that British grit. The kind of determination that has seen him rise through the ranks with a ferocity that is hard to match. This dude is not afraid of anyone, especially not John Jones. Aspinall's confidence is palpable. His belief in his abilities unshakable. He knows what he's capable of, and he's ready to prove it to the world. Aspinall has been tearing through the heavyweight division like a hot knife through butter. His knockout power is legendary. His ability to finish fights quickly and decisively has made him a fan favorite. He's got finishes, he's got technique, and he's got that killer instinct that sends chills down your spine. Whether it's a knockout or a submission, Aspinall knows how to get the job done. Jones might be used to being the bigger, badder dude in the octagon, but Aspinall is going to be a whole new challenge. This is a fight that fans have been eagerly anticipating, a clash of titans that promises to be nothing short of epic. This ain't Thiago Santos we're talking about here. This is Tom Aspinall, a fighter who has been on a relentless quest for greatness, a fighter who is ready to take on the best and come out on top. This is a legit heavyweight contender with a point to prove. Aspinall's journey is far from over, and as he continues to climb the ranks, one thing is certain: the best is yet to come. Agility and speed. Can Jones keep up with Aspinall? One of the things that made Jones so dominant at light heavyweight was his incredible speed and agility. He moved like a welterweight, dodging punches and taking down opponents with ease. But can he maintain that same level of athleticism at heavyweight? I'm not so sure. Aspinall, on the other hand, moves like a gazelle on steroids. He's surprisingly light on his feet for a guy his size, and he closes the distance with frightening speed. He's not afraid to stand and bang, but he can also take the fight to the ground if he needs to. Power and strength. A tale of two heavyweights. Let's talk about power, baby. This is the heavyweight division, where one punch can change the course of a fight. Jones has definitely packed on some muscle. But can he hang with the big boys? We've seen him struggle to put away smaller opponents in the past. What's going to happen when he's staring across the octagon at a guy like Aspinall? Aspinall's power is undeniable. He's knocked out 4 of his 5 opponents in the UFC, and he's shown that he can end a fight with either hand. Jones has a granite chin, but everyone has their breaking point. Section 5. Technical prowess. Analyzing the fighter's skill sets. Look, John Jones is a skilled fighter. I'm not taking anything away from him. He's got a wide range of strikes, he's a master of distance control, and his wrestling is top-notch. But even the best technicians can be caught off guard. And Aspinall is no slouch in the skill department either. Aspinall is a well-rounded mixed martial artist with a strong boxing base. He's also got some nasty kicks in his arsenal. And let's not forget his ground game. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt under the legendary Braulio Estima. Jones might have the edge in experience, but Aspinall is a quick learner. Section 6, John Jones's greatest hits and misses. We all know about John Jones's highlight reel. He's got some of the most impressive wins in UFC history. Shogun Rua, Rampage Jackson, Lyoto Machida, the list goes on and on. But let's not forget about his close calls. He barely squeaked by Thiago Santos and Dominic Reyes. Those fights could have gone either way. And then there are the controversies, the eye pokes, the illegal elbows, the PEDs. Jones has a knack for finding himself in trouble. Can he keep his cool against a guy like Aspinall, or will the pressure get to him? Section 7, Tom Aspinall's meteoric rise in the UFC. Tom Aspinall is on a mission. He's won 8 fights in a row, 6 of them by knockout. He's finished every opponent he's faced in the UFC. He's like a runaway train. And right now, John Jones is standing on the tracks. Aspinall is hungry for that title shot, and he's not afraid to say it. He's called out Jones multiple times, and he's made it clear that he's coming for that belt. Jones might be the favorite on paper, but Aspinall has the momentum and the hunger to pull off the upset. Section 8. Tail of the tape, breaking down the stats. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Jones has the height and reach advantage, but Aspinall is younger and probably stronger at this point in their careers. Jones has more experience, but Aspinall has been more active recently. It's a classic clash of styles. On paper, it's a close fight. But fights aren't won on paper, are they? They're won in the octagon where anything can happen. And with two guys like Jones and Aspinall, you know it's going to be a war. Section 9. The mind games, mental warfare in the octagon. We all know that fighting is as much about mental toughness as it is about physical ability. And John Jones is a master of the mental game. He's gotten into his opponent's heads time and time again, but Aspinall seems unfazed. He's not intimidated by Jones's legacy or his trash talk. Aspinall is just focused on the task at hand, knocking John Jones out. He's not afraid to trade words with Jones, but he's not letting it get to him. He's staying calm, cool, and collected. And that's a dangerous mindset to face. Section 10, why John Jones should be very, very afraid. So why should John Jones be scared to fight Tom Aspinall? The answer lies in a combination of factors that make Aspinall a formidable opponent. Let me count the ways. Aspinall is younger, he's hungrier, and he's got a lot to prove. This young fighter is on a mission to make a name for himself in the UFC. He's got the power to end the fight with one punch, a skill that has been honed through years of rigorous training and dedication. His knockout power is something that even the most seasoned fighters have to respect, and he's not afraid of Jones's reputation. Aspinall respects Jones, but he doesn't fear him. This lack of fear can be a game changer in the octagon. Plus, Jones is coming off a long layoff and a jump up in weight. This transition is not easy, even for a fighter of Jones's caliber. The added weight can affect speed, agility, and endurance. That's a lot to overcome. Jones has a stellar record, but every fighter has their vulnerabilities, especially when facing a new challenge. This is a fight that has upset written all over it. The crowd loves an underdog story, and Aspinall has all the makings of a giant slayer. John Jones better be careful, because one mistake could cost him dearly. His experience is his greatest asset, but it can also be a double-edged sword if he underestimates Aspinall. Or he might just find himself staring up at the lights, wondering what hit him. The octagon is unforgiving, and one moment of lapse can lead to a devastating outcome, because Tom Aspinall is coming for that belt, and he's not going to stop until he gets it. His determination is palpable, and he's been vocal about his ambitions. Aspinall's training regimen is intense, and his focus is unwavering. He's been preparing for this moment his entire career, and he's ready to seize it. John Jones should be very, very afraid, because Tom Aspinall is not just another contender, he's a force to be reckoned with. Section 11, the future of the heavyweight division. This fight is about more than just the belt. It's about the future of the heavyweight division. Jon Jones represents the old guard, the established order. Tom Aspinall represents the new breed, the young guns coming to take over. This is a changing of the guard, and it's going to be a wild ride. Whoever wins this fight will be at the top of the division for years to come. This is a fight that you do not want to miss. Buckle up, folks, because it's going to be a bumpy ride.